Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown on the MHRT Network, as well as my own channel, Broncos Breakdown on YouTube. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, my comments along with yours in the chat. I am your host, Bronco Bill. All right, guys, before I start out, just want to wish everybody a happy weekend upcoming, whatever you may be. I know kids are back in school all over the country. I know that they varied in the area where I live. My grandkids just went to start school yesterday, and different schools, but summer used to last all the way into the first week of September, but not anymore, not with all these holidays. But anyways, I hope everybody had a really good week. I know everybody's probably excited about the weekend up ahead. So I really do thank each and every one of you for stopping in, for going into the chat, for just watching or listening wherever you may be to the show on a Friday evening. And I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so very much. All right, here are the topics of the show. Now, a little bit different graphics. My logo in the top left is replaced by, or I should say, has replaced the subtitles, so to speak, for like the picture of the person or whatever. Main reason why is sometimes there were two different type of information. Like right now, we'll bring up this one, which says Broncos versus Packers full game recap. Then it would be a picture and some other type of subtitle. So it got kind of confusing. So we decided to just go with this. So hope you guys don't mind. So let's get right into it. Before that, let's get to the comments. Graham is in the chat. Batting leadoff says, first at bat. You're dang right, buddy. You got it. Happy weekend. Same to you, man. Says the team Simmons chose was a surprise, and that whole division is weak, but hope for the best for him. I think the reason why he went to Atlanta, honestly, is because of the head coach, the familiarity with some of the players that are on Atlanta. Also, maybe because of Kirk Cousins. Maybe he just feels that it's a good fit for him. I don't know. I know it's not a very strong team, but look at that entire division, though, Graham. Look at the entire division. Carolina's not that strong. You got Tampa Bay, not so much. And then you have who else is in there? You got New Orleans. I don't think New Orleans. I got a whole thing about what CBS. I think it was CBS. No, I'm sorry, not CBS. USA Today came out as far as the 8 teams with the worst records projected. Anyways, and so I don't think New Orleans is going to be that strong. Tampa Bay, Carolina, I don't think so as well. Who knows? Maybe Atlanta, will get Justin Simmons into the playoffs where he would really like to experience. He's never been in the playoffs, and it's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. I do have a thing about Justin Simmons down the road. We'll get to that. Thanks. Thanks a lot there, Graham. Really do appreciate it. It says graphics look good. Appreciate it. That's a collaboration between myself and Madungus Creevy. So he's the one that does all the graphics, and I just kind of say what I'd like it to look like. And thanks, man. Really, really do appreciate it. Thanks so much. Rudy Torres is in the house. My brother-in-law from Vegas says, good look, Bill. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Second thumbs up. I like it. Speaking of thumbs up, you guys do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. Lets everybody know you like the show, you like the channel, you like the content, and it lets other people know that, hey, this looks pretty good, man. Let me check it out. So that's cool. Graham says, you're right about me talking about the Falcons could absolutely take the division, but still recently the winner of that division won with a losing record. Well, that's true. They do win that division with the losing record. But that just tells you, Graham, how horrible that division is. I mean, we got the AFC West, which is one of the strongest. And then you've got the NFC South, which is one of the weakest. So you're right. They do have a tendency to win the division. But if you win the division, you get a home game. So theoretically, I mean, go back to when Tim Tebow and the Broncos were 8-8 and won the division, and they played the Steelers in Denver, and the Steelers had 11 wins or something like that. But they had to go to Denver because Steelers were a wild card. So the Falcons could go deep, or at least past the first round, even with the losing record, because they would have a home field playoff game. So very interesting. Hush up. Wait a minute. Let me do. Hush up, Madungus. You're the one that created it. So don't sit there and go with your daughter in a picture. You're the one that did the freaking graphics, dude. It looks great. Looks really good, man. Honest. And Graham, don't pay attention to him. Don't pay attention to him, Graham. He's the one that did the graphics, so it's all good. It's all good. All right, let's get to the first topic, which is the one that's highlighted at the very top on the right-hand side of the screen. Here it is. Broncos Packers recap. Now, I have something to say about the quarterback, Bo Nix, a little bit later on in the show, but going back and recapping this game, Bo Nix looked really, really good. He did. But again, it was against the second and the third. I'm not taking anything away from him of his play. He's played phenomenal. He made some mistakes. He went across the first down line and threw a touchdown pass that was obviously nullified, called back, and a penalty. So there are rookie mistakes, but he looks good. Problem I have, and I've said it last week and I've said it many times before, Bo Nix hasn't played against any first string. And when he did briefly for one series against the Colts in the first preseason game, he looked shaky. Sure, it was his first NFL appearance. It was his first NFL game. It was on the road in Indy. Yes, he was nervous. Absolutely no doubt about it. I give him that. No doubt about it. But the point being is he going to be nervous if he starts against Seattle, against the number ones in Seattle, which has a very, very hostile crowd? Are they going to get in his head? Are they going to cause him mistakes? Are they going to unnerve him? Are the Broncos going to get blown out? If they do get blown out, and Bo Nix takes a massive hit, like 2 sacks, an interception, just can't move the ball down the field, that's going to play on his psyche. So my problem is this. Bo Nix looked great, like I said, against the 2s and the 3s. The problem I have is, what is he going to look like against any number one team, or not one number one team, any team with the number ones out there? How's he going to look? How's the offense going to look? They haven't really played against any of the number ones. They played against the 2s and 3s as well. And the main reason why they're playing is because they got to give Bo Nix some reps in live action. That's my concern. That's my big concern. I don't want this kid taking a negative hit against Seattle and just ruin his psyche, or ruin his confidence, or just get inside his head and just start making more and more mistakes. We've seen that over the last 8 years. And now that we've drafted a, quote, future franchise quarterback, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. Anyways, the game was great. Denver dominated 27-2. 27-2. Excuse me. And the only points that the Packers got was on a safety when Zach Wilson just kind of just screwed up and didn't get rid of the ball and just got sacked in the end zone. So I don't put that on anybody else but Wilson. But to lose to win 27-2 after beating the Colts 34-30 in Indy is very impressive. Very impressive. Now, this coming Sunday, 1:30 p.m. Pacific time on CBS, wherever you may be, CBS Sports is broadcasting that game live from Denver against the Arizona Cardinals. Last preseason before this is what they call the dress rehearsal. So this is where they get down to the brass tacks, so to speak. Bare bones. When you get back down to 53 people. So this is it. This is the last game. Tomorrow, no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. What am I thinking? Sunday, 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. And wherever you may be in your time zone, Broncos at home against the Arizona Cardinals. That ought to be great. All right. Now, along the same lines of Bo Nix, topic number, let's see. No, I can't get to that. Now, I'm going to get this stat. It's still part of this recap. The stats on Bo Nix in the first 2 games that Bo Nix has played in. Now, he hasn't played the whole game, obviously, but the first 2 picks that Bo Nix has played in, listen to his stats. These are impressive, even against the 2s and 3s. But I have a little question I'd like to throw out to the chat. Here it is. First off, after 2 preseason games, Bo Nix stats are these. When he's blitzed, he's 4 for 4, 44 yards, and a passer rating of 112.5. When he's not blitzed, he's 19 of 26, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, 115.4 passer rating. Under pressure, Bo Nix is 5 of 7, 43 yards, 1 touchdown, but a passer rating of 126.8. Now, when he's kept clean, in other words, not knocked down or sacked, when he's kept clean upright, he's 18 of 23, 168 yards, 1 touchdown, and 111.6 passer rating. Now, the issue I don't have an issue with it. I mean, that's phenomenal. But this is weird. Listen to this. When he's not blitzed, he's 19 of 26. That's an incompletion of 7. But he has a passer rating of 115.4. Okay? 2 touchdowns, 167 yards. When he's under pressure, he's 5 of 7, 2 missed passes. Okay? Passer rating of 126.8, the highest. Strange. When he's upright, he's 18 of 23 for 168 yards with 5 incompletions. 18 and 23, 5 incompletions. So how in the world is he better passing wise, 4 for 4, when he's blitzed? Is it because it's a hot route? Is it because when he's under pressure, he just looks to one guy and hits that one guy on a slant or whatever it may be, a screen pass? How about this one? This one really got me. When he's not blitzed, he's 19 of 26, an incompletion of 7, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 115.4. That's crazy. That's crazy. When he's not blitzed, he doesn't complete all the passes. Maybe they're dropping into, obviously they're dropping into coverage. But because they're not blitzing, they got everybody covered. So maybe that's the reason. How about this one? When he's under pressure, okay, you think the guys are coming on the outside. It's not a blitz, but he's just feeling the pocket collapse. He's 5 of 7, 2 incompletions, only 43 yards, and 1 touchdown, but a passer rating of 126.8. I don't know how they do the passer rate. I really don't, because that doesn't make sense. You would think a 4 for 4 with 44 yards, which is 1 more than the 5 for 7 for 43 yards, but he didn't have a touchdown. So it was only 112.5. I don't know how they do it, but the bottom line is this. Bo Nix is the real deal. Bo Nix is the real deal. And as far as playing against the 2s and 3s, we will see what it's like when he goes up against the number 1s in any game that he starts. And when that's the case, hopefully he's ready. I just have, some of those stats they gave, 19 of 26, 5 of 7, 18 of 23, those against the second and third string. Is that what we're going to see against the number 1s? I don't know. I really don't know, man. But it scares me. It scares me because I know that we got a good guy. I just haven't seen him when it's, basically best against best. All right, let's go back to the comments real quick. Wow, blowing up pretty big. Great. Let's see. Graham says that he doesn't see any flaws in Nix. I don't really see any flaws either, Graham. But what I stated just last topic was I haven't seen him against the number ones. And the stats that I gave to you and everybody out there was the stats against the second and third string. I don't know what the stats are going to be against the first string. And the only flaw I would say, it's not really a flaw. It's just a, mistake going across the line, throwing a touchdown pass. Obviously, it was nullified and brought back. That's something he needs to clean up. He needs to realize that, he needs to stay on sides. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand what Madungus Creevy is asking here. How about that Broncos Seahawks bet? I don't really recall a Broncos Seahawks bet. So I'm just going to skip over that right now because I don't want it to happen. So if you want to throw it out there in the chat, Madungus, I'll bring it up. Okay, Graham brings out a good point. It says so many people seem very worried about Nix because he hasn't played verse once. That's what I've said. If the concern continues, maybe it wasn't the right pick. As Aaron Rodgers says, relax. 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 I'm trying to relax, Graham. I'm really trying to relax. And but it's tough. It's tough because they're not going to be throwing 2s and 3s out there in any game. They're not. They're just not. I mean, barring an injury, you may have, a second coming in for a first, but not the entire defense. So, yeah, it does bother me. It does bother me. Landon says, oh, there's a bet. No, Landon, there's not. Your dad's just trying to stir up controversy, right? Right, Madungus? You're just trying to stir up controversy? I got a feeling I'm going to have to own up to something or something around the corner. Anyways, all right. Listen to this, guys. Let's go. I forgot to do the change last time. Oh, I haven't done it yet. Wait a minute. Which one did you do? Did you mix something up here? Oh, Nick's. Oh, you did. Let me get to that. The Dungus kind of threw me a curve here. All right, here it is. He put me a curve, so sorry guys, I'm getting all my notes together. He threw me a curve. All right, let's get to the next topic, and here we go. Hang on. I'm still getting used to this, guys. All right, next topic is this. Bo Nix is the Broncos starter. Here it is. Bo Nix and John Elway are connected regarding how their careers began. Now, no, Bo Nix did not say he didn't want to play for the Broncos or anything like that and go somewhere else like John Elway said he's not playing for the Colts. That's not what this is about. When it says that regarding how their careers began, here it is. Sean Payton has announced that Bo Nix will be the Broncos starter going forward. When Nix lines up behind the Broncos center on September 8th at Seattle, he will be the Broncos' first rookie to start the regular season opener since John Elway in 1983. That spans 41 years. 41 years since the Denver Broncos have been a freaking franchise drafted quarterback. 41. Come on, man. Seriously? 41. 41 years. Amazing. And this is the very first Broncos drafted quarterback that could lead the Broncos to a Super Bowl that was drafted. Craig Morton back in when the Broncos went to the Super Bowl in 77 against the Cowboys, he wasn't drafted. Like I mentioned many times, he came from the Dallas Cowboys. John Elway wasn't drafted by the Broncos. He was drafted by the Colts. I just mentioned that. Peyton Manning, not drafted by the Broncos, drafted by the Colts. Bo Nix, drafted by the Broncos. Let's see if Bo Nix can take the Broncos to the Super Bowl Not maybe this year, maybe not next year, but hopefully within the next, 3 to 5 years down the road. Let's hope that happens. But that's interesting. 41 years of futility in a mile-high city with a drafted franchise quarterback that wins a Super Bowl. We never even got to the playoffs with anybody else. And I know Brock Osweiler was on the team when the Broncos won the Super Bowl 50. I get it. I know, all that stuff. I understand that. But he wasn't the starting quarterback. He wasn't the game-winning quarterback. Yes, he got a ring. Yes, he contributed when Peyton Manning was hurt. I understand that. But he wasn't the franchise quarterback. If he was, we wouldn't have brought in a Peyton Manning. But that's what I'm talking about. Drafting a quarterback who the team looks at and says, this is a franchise quarterback. And that guy is the quarterback that takes us to the Super Bowl and wins it. That's the difference. There are backups that we've drafted that have, gotten rings, but not the leading role, so to speak, not the starting quarterback, not the main guy. That's the difference. So, hopefully Bo Nix can do that down the road. Hopefully he is the guy. But I've got the next topic. Doesn't seem to think that the Broncos are going to be any good this coming year with a drafted, hopefully franchise quarterback in Bo Nix. There's one paper, one website, or doesn't believe so. So before I get to that, let's get to comments. Let's see. No, you're okay, man. He goes, my bad. I combined the two. No, don't worry about it. It's all good, Mundungus. I can improvise. I can figure it out. It's all good, man. You got 6 kids to worry about, and you got everything else going on. You got some football game going on today where your son has done phenomenal, man. We need to put him on the Broncos. That's for sure. So Mundungus says, here it is. This is, guys, this is the bet that Mundungus Creevy came up with because I never thought that Bo Nix would be the starter. And the only reason why I didn't think that Bo Nix would be the starter is because Sean Payton doesn't normally start rookies. He just doesn't. And he's never drafted a rookie. He didn't have to when he was in New Orleans. He had Drew Brees, but when a rookie came along, he never started. Okay? But Mundungus Creevy came up with this bet, and here's what I'm going to read. If the Broncos beat the Seahawks with Bo Nix during Broncos-Chargers week, instead of Broncos breakdown, Bill, me, will be hosting Chargers checkdown. Okay? What that means is I have to do a Charger show instead of Broncos breakdown. It'll be Chargers checkdown, a whole different logo, perhaps. I don't know. I hope not. It's going to screw up people trying to watch. But yes, I can't wear any Bronco stuff. I have to relegate it to Chargers news and comments, and I have to seem like I'm interested and enthusiastic about bringing it, which is going to be extremely difficult to do. I don't know if I can pull it off. I might just start out like this. Hello, Charger bandwagoners, because I know you ain't got no fans. Welcome to this Chargers check down. We'll just kind of go through the motions because I'm not really into this, but I know that somehow, some way, I can't be that way. I'll go along with it. I'm not going to like it. It'll be funny. People will probably have 150 people, 200 people watching because it's going to be completely different. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be totally crazy. But I'm not going to say I'm cheering for the Seahawks, and I can't do that because it's all based on whether or not the Broncos win. But I want the Broncos to win. So you know what? In the big picture of things, what's the big deal? I can do it. Okay? I can do it. I can man up. I can be that man. I can do it. No problem. So if the Broncos win and Bo Nix is the starting quarterback and the Broncos win, great. I'll gladly do the show. My younger sister Shirley, back in Georgia, I'll have to contact her and let her know about it. So it'll be different. It'll totally be different, guys. I can't guarantee you how well it's going to go, but I appreciate it. Appreciate the camaraderie we have, and hey, I just take one for the team. What can I say? We win, and you guys get that. If you don't like it, complain to Madungus. He's the one that came up with it. Rudy, my brother-in-law, says, I'll be there in support. Good. I hope you are, because I'm going to need a whole heck of a lot of support, man. A whole heck of a lot of support. Kamani is in the chat. Kamani, what is up? Kamani says, Bill, do you believe in Bo? I do, but I haven't seen him against the ones. And I mentioned that before. I haven't seen him against the ones. I do know that he has the capability. I'm just concerned about the ones because he looked absolutely deer in the headlights against the Colts when he had that first series against their number ones. He looked horrible. He really did look horrible. He looked like a rookie. And that's not going to get it done. Not going to get it done in Seattle. So, I did pull up the bet, man. What are you talking about? I did pull it up, man. Come on, man. Yeah, Landon, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot, Landon. Landon says, I came up with that punishment of me having to do the Chargers check down. So, yeah. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. I don't know, man. Oh, Madunga says, I'm definitely making a new logo. Oh, God. This is getting worse by the minute. It's getting worse by the minute. It really is. I'm really not looking forward to this. I'm really not looking forward to this. It's going to be a whole different screen color. Oh, my gosh. It's going to be blue and pukey gold. Blue and yellow. Oh, God. I'm not liking this. That is totally wrong, man. That's totally wrong, man. Robert Moran says, I'll watch Chargers check down with popcorn. That is wrong, dude. That is totally wrong, Bobby. Totally freaking wrong. Totally wrong, man. I don't have Madungus. I don't have a Chargers jersey and a hat, and I'm not putting face paint on. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I got to work the next day. I know it comes off and everything. I'm not going to spend money on getting a Chargers jersey that I'm going to burn 5 minutes after the show. I'm not going to get a hat either. But I do have a bottle holder that somebody gave me that's got the Charger little thing on there. I can put that and show you guys that. But no, I promise I won't wear any Bronco stuff. I won't even have a Broncos flag back there. I'm not taking that down. And I'm not going to not paint, and I'm not going to paint those colors. So the den stays the den, but I'm not going to wear Bronco stuff. I'm not going to wear a Bronco hat. I'll go neutral, No, you won't get me you won't get me one, Rudy. No, you won't get me one. I'm not getting a hat. I'm not getting a jersey. And it's not a freaking Phillips Stream either. I mean, Rivers. No, not. All right, we got to move on. We could be talking about this all freaking night, man. I know we could. All right, let's go on to the next topic. Here we go. All right, this is ridiculous. This is totally ridiculous. All right, topic says record prediction. USA Today sucks. Okay, listen to this. Ian Cummings of USA Today used Pro Football Network's playoff predictor to see which teams are most likely to end up with the first pick in the 2025 draft. Okay. Now, this is the top 8 that they came up with. All right. Listen to this. I'm going to start with number 8, the eighth team most likely to pick first in the 2025 draft. Here it is. Washington Redskins, Commanders, 6-11. New Orleans Saints, 5-12. These are the records that Pro Football Network's playoff predictor came up with. I don't know I don't know what parameters they use. I don't know how they come up with it. I'm just giving you what the results are. Okay. Washington Redskins, Commanders, 6-11. New Orleans Saints, 5-12. Carolina Panthers, 5-12. Arizona Cardinals, 5-12. Las Vegas Raiders, 4-13. I like that one. New York Giants, 3-14. Who did they have as the number one team to pick first in the 2025 NFL draft? Yeah. Your and my Denver Broncos. They have them winning 3 and going 3-14. 3-14? Seriously? No freaking way. No freaking way are they going 3-14. Have they not seen Bo Nix? Now, I understand you put all these equations. You put a rookie back, rookie as quarterback. You're going to put that in the computer. The computer's going to spit out, okay, he's a rookie. He's probably not going to be that good in this system, whatever. Okay? That's how they pretty much do it. 3-14? What 3 games are we going to win? I mean, we play New Orleans? Possibly. Who do we else we play that's kind of like that? New Orleans. We play Atlanta. That's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough one. Justin Simmons is on that team. And I'll get to that too a little bit later on. But I don't know. We play Baltimore. I don't see us beating Baltimore. We play the Colts. So, yeah, I can see us beating the Colts. Obviously, we play our own division. We play Seattle. Maybe 3 Seattle. Let's say the 3 would be Seattle. Seattle. Who is the other one? Who did I say? Seattle. Atlanta. Maybe New Orleans. Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for sure. 3, I see us winning more than 3. Madungus Creevy says the Broncos are going to win 10. I'm not going anywhere near that high. I'm not going to say what I'm going to, what my prediction is, because that's going to be saved for the Friday show after this last preseason, this game on Sunday. So my next Friday show will be a prediction show because right after that is the season starting. So I may have a special guest. It looks like I'll have a special guest on that night. So, anyways, guys, I don't see us just winning 3, but I also don't see us winning 10. That to me seems like a very, very strong stretch. I mean, especially with a rookie quarterback. I know it's Bo Nix. I know he's looked good and everything, but I got my reservations, guys. I just have my reservations. All right. One guy does not have reservations when it comes to Bo Nix. And we'll get to that next topic right after I go back to the comments. All right. Bobby says, cheer for a Nix injury or benching and a Broncos win. Therefore, Nix won't beat Seattle, yet Broncos win. Woo! And no, I can't do it, Bobby. I can't do that. By the way, Bobby, my nephew, I'm so very sorry. Like I mentioned last week, so very sorry about JJ McCarthy, man. That's just a bummer. I mean, I would feel the same way that you do if it was Bo Nix getting injured, and then you got to go to your backup. Although you got a pretty good backup. I mean, it's a former Ram, isn't it? It's not. Is it Stafford? Matthew Stafford? I can't remember, but I think something like that. Or is Matthew Stafford? I don't know. Everybody changes so many freaking times. And different teams. I don't know who's on what. But anyways, I cannot cheer for a Knicks injury. Benching. Yeah, but if the Broncos are losing, let's say 21-10, and he's benched in the second half, he'll still get the loss because they were losing when he was a quarterback. So, I mean, he'll still get the loss. Well, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't want to injured, but you're right. The Broncos win the game. No, but if that were to happen, the Broncos win the game. That means they'd have to come from behind because if he's taken out, they're trailing. So I don't know. I just can't cheer for anything like that. I'm a Broncos fan, dude. You wouldn't cheer for the Vikings quarterback that to happen. You wouldn't cheer for that. And, I'm a good sport, man. I'll roll with the punches. I'll take one for the team. Whatever helps the network out, helps my channel out, does something crazy and weird and different. Hey, I'm all for it, man. It's all good. I was all for it. But Dungus Creevy just said that's blasphemy, Robert. Yeah, I agree. Madunga says we play the Panthers. That's right. We do play the Panthers. We can beat them. Yeah, but I still don't see 10, man. That to me just seems like a lot. I mean, it does. I mean, like I said, we got Baltimore. We got our own division. That's 4 right there. Maybe not 4 losses, but it's 4 hard teams. And then we got to go to New Orleans where Sean Payton's going to go back for somewhat of a kind of like a reunion. It's going to get into his head. That's 5 hard games. We got Atlanta with Justin Simmons on that team now. Knowing the Broncos offense, that's 7 or 6. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just tough. I mean, any given Sunday, any team can win. We could lose to Seattle. Please. No, not please. I know. I don't want us to lose. That's all. Landon Clark says, I see us going 7-10 this year. I then think we will stack up and then swing shot to 11-6 in 2025. 7-10. So you're saying that Russell Wilson at 8-9 at quarterback is better than a Bo Nix? And I know one's a veteran, one's a rookie, but I don't know. Oh yeah, Sam Darnold. That's it. Bobby says Sam Darnold. That's right, Sam Darnold. I don't know why I said Matthew Stafford. I don't know, man. I just, like I said, the quarterbacks, players move all over the place. I have no idea. I have to get a program to figure out who the heck they are. It's crazy. All right, let's get back to the next topic. And this is one where a person feels that Bo Nix is the right fit in Denver. Here is the next topic. All right. Bill Belichick thinks and feels that Peyton Manning, Sean Payton, and Bo Nix are a perfect fit. Here's what it says. Bill Belichick on the Pat McAfee show about Bo Nix and Sean Payton had this to say. Well, it sure looks like it. Seems a great quarterback. Sean's a great quarterback coach, and he will have the guys ready, and he will tailor the offense to where the quarterback is mentally. Sean's offense is very fast. They don't go no huddle, but the substitutes really are quick. The play is called things move fast in a hurry. If Nix is the guy, you don't turn back. End quote. I would agree. And right now, Bo Nix is the guy. But what kind of a learning curve are we going to have with Bo Nix at quarterback? Okay. Are we going to have a learning curve where, after the first quarter of the season, first 4 games, because that's how they break it down, 4, 8, 12, 16 plus 1. So the first quarter of the game being 4 games, we got Seattle, Pittsburgh. I don't recall the other 2, but we got Seattle and Pittsburgh. Are we going to go 2-0 right out of the gate? 1-1? Heaven forbid 0-2 with Russell Wilson coming back into Denver? Is that a possibility? I don't think so. I don't think we'll lose the Steelers, but you never know. You never know the momentum that players get when they're amped up, when they're wanting to prove a point, when they're wanting to say, see, I got one over on you. So you didn't believe in me. Guess what? I went to another team, and I'm back. How about Justin Simmons in Atlanta? He's going to have a chip on his shoulder. You know he is. How about Josie Jewell in Carolina? He's going to have a chip on his shoulder. Jerry Jeudy in Cleveland. We play the Browns this year. All of these guys are going to have chips on their shoulders. Why? Because they're not in Denver anymore. And they were either traded or they were leased. And they're going to have a message to send. Okay? But Bill Belichick thinks and feels that Sean Payton and Bo Nix is a fit. Yes, I agree they are a fit. But when is that fit going to look like spokes in a wheel and not clanging like this in a mismatch? Because of a rookie, because of mistakes, because of nerves, because of maybe losing confidence, maybe being harassed, maybe being hurried, maybe being sacked. Who knows? That's what bothers me. But Bill Belichick, being a fantastic head coach in New England, feels that Bo Nix and Sean Payton are a perfect fit. I'm sure hoping that happens sooner rather than later. Sooner rather than later. And if that's the case, then hopefully we can win the first 2 games out of the gate and just keep taking that momentum all the way through the entire season. I know there's going to be hiccups. I know there's going to be letdowns. I know there's going to be mistakes. But please keep it to a minimum. Please keep it to a minimum. All right? We saw way too many mistakes the last 2 years under Russell Wilson. I don't want to see that again. I'm sick and tired of seeing that. I really am. I don't want to see it. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And just a second reminder, Bo Nix, if he's the starter against Seattle and the Broncos win that game, when it's the Chargers-Broncos game, the Friday before that game, it will not be Broncos breakdown. It will be Chargers check down. All right. Just letting you guys know. Just letting you guys know. Because I'm that guy. I take one for the team. I do whatever's I do what's best. I do what I can to benefit the network as well as my own channel. And, make it interesting for you guys. All right. Moving on to the next. All right. We all know that the NFL is in hot water with the Sunday ticket. All right. But the Sunday ticket is now available on Apple. I don't know what that means. I don't have an iPhone, nor do I ever want one. I have a real phone, an Android, Samsung, so, and I say real phone because I don't like to be governed by, what's it called? When it's a proprietary, it's proprietary. You got to go to their thing. You got to get their app. No. It should be universal across the board. Anyways, I digress. The Sunday ticket is not governed monetarily. In other words, whoever wants to pick up the Sunday ticket, let's say it's NFL, Verizon, then you pay whatever Verizon's charging. Or if it's another company, you pay whatever they want to charge. The NFL says they don't regulate prices. Really? But yet they're not saying that you can't charge anything you want. You can charge whatever you want. They're not saying you can't. And that's all part of the lawsuit that they have against them because of the fact that the pricing of the Sunday ticket is outrageous. It is outrageous. Last time I bought the Sunday ticket, it was $349.95 or something, $350 after tax and everything. It was a little bit more now. I don't know what it is now. I know my nephew Bobby has it, but I don't know what the cost is. But listen to this. Listen to this. You think for one moment they are not scalping? They're not scalping. I'm not saying NFL. I'm saying the ones that put the Sunday ticket out there. You don't think they're scalping? Listen to this. The Sunday ticket isn't getting any cheaper despite the lawsuit the NFL faces. In fact, it's getting more expensive depending on where you buy it. Like I mentioned, you can get it from NFL Network and get it from a various different, not NFL Network, Verizon, Dish Network, all the different ones. You can get it from all different places. Now you can get on Apple. But listen, this is crazy, dude. This is absolutely crazy. According to John Arend of Puck.News, the Sunday Ticket is now available via the Apple app for viewing on the iPad or iPhone for a whopping $475, $550, $625, $679.99. So basically $680. So you can watch on your iPad and iPhone? Seriously? Almost double of what it was the last time I bought the Sunday Ticket? Hang on. If you also want the Red Zone channel included, it will cost you $739.99 or basically $740. Wow. Per year, or basically 18 games or 17 games. That's it. That's it. You only get 17 games because when it goes to the playoffs, it's not on the Sunday Ticket anymore. So you're paying, not you, anybody out there, sports bars, whatever, they'll still get it. Probably, obviously, a cheaper price. They're not going to go Apple app. That'd be stupid. I mean, just so you can watch it on a stupid iPad or a stupid iPhone? Really? No. Watch it on your freaking TV, you moron, and pay $350. This is preposterous. This is ridiculous. This is scalping. This is literally scalping. And this is not officially the Jackass of the Week segment, but I'm going to make it the Jackass of the Week because this is jackass. This is stupid. This is scalping. This is highway robbery. Let me continue. The reason for the inflated price per Apple's comment, they take 30% fee for everything sold in their Apple store. That they pushed the 30% into the Sunday Ticket package. The leagues in the Sunday Ticket package. Can you believe that? They take 30% fee for anything sold in their Apple store. That's stupid. That's crazy. That is crazy. So for every $100, that's $30 more tacked on. Add it up, guys. Add it up. That's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. Scalping. All right, let me continue. The league says they don't set or control the pricing of the Sunday Ticket whatsoever. Okay. Well, if they don't control the pricing and whatnot, why don't they make it more affordable? They don't want to make it more affordable because what they want is they want the average Joe Blow like you, me, and every other Bronco or every other football fan, NFL fan. They want you to watch your local TV network because they get billions. They get billions on that. Absolutely billions on that. They don't want that to go away, disappear. That's what they don't want, So the bottom line is, sorry guys, I was checking out to make sure I was on the right topic. So the bottom line is, if you want to be able to watch on an iPad or iPhone, right now I guess the Sunday Ticket's only available on TV. Like through the internet and TV. You can't get it on your mobile device or laptop or iPhone, whatever, Android, whatever. So you're going to pay an additional $300 and some bucks just so you can watch it on your iPad and iPhone. That is ridiculous. You got to boycott. Everybody that's thinking about doing it, just boycott it. Don't buy it. Put them out of business. It's highway robbery. It's absolutely highway robbery. Wrong. Totally freaking wrong. Totally wrong. And thank goodness I don't have an Apple, or I wouldn't even be interested in it anyways. But good gosh, 600. What did I say it was? $680. That is ridiculous. Totally wrong. Totally wrong. All right, before I get into the next topic, let's go back to the comments real quick. D-Rock is in the chat. D-Rock said, Big Bill. I say, what's up, Big D-Rock? Man, nice to have you as always. Nice to have you as always. Clayton follows it up right behind you there, D-Rock. He says, hey, guys. I say, hey, what's up, Clayton? And I love it when you say this, Clayton. Thank you so much. He says, smash that like button and share, guys. Absolutely. Totally appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the thumbs up. Just saw it. Click on. Thank you so much. All right. Clayton follows up by saying, absolutely love our future quarterback. Only going to get better and better, but this is what he does. Yep. Yeah, I agree. I know he's going to get better. I just want it to be like right now. I just want it to be like right now. First game, Seattle, get a win. Pittsburgh at home against Pittsburgh, get a win. I mean, I just want it to keep going. I just want it to just be electric. I really do. Absolutely. Bobby says, if they don't control pricing, talking about the Sunday ticket, then why are they being sued? They're being sued because they did not allow lower pricing. Now, when it first came out, the Sunday ticket, from what I understand, when it first came out, the NFL regulated it and said, okay, it's going to be X amount of dollars. And then after that, other because it first came out with Verizon, and then they can't have a monopoly, so they had to share it. So it was able to be Verizon, it was able to be Dish Network, it was able to be cable channels, and so that opened it up to different pricing per different carriers. Does that make sense? Okay, Verizon can charge whatever they want. Dish Network can charge whatever they want. Cable networks, Cox, Spectrum, Frontier, whatever, can charge whatever they want. Okay. The reason why they're being sued, Bobby, is because they did not allow ESPN to lower it to $70 for one team. They don't want that because, like I mentioned, the NFL wants people to watch the local channels: ABC, NBC, CBS, NFL Network, Fox, whatever, internet, whatever ones. They want them to watch those because they get billions of dollars in advertisement. That's why. The Sunday ticket, the NFL doesn't really get any money above what they regulated back when it first started. That's what they get, the base amount they'll get. Let's say, I don't know what the base amount is. Let's say the base amount per order is $150. Let's just say that. And freaking, Apple's charges, $680. Okay. So they're getting minus 150. So they're getting, $530, for everyone. If they get that, I'm just saying, I don't know what the base is for the NFL. That's why they're being sued, because it was going to be lower than what their base is. Plus they don't want people like you and me, Robert. They don't want, or Bobby, they don't want you to just watch the Viking games and not pay for anything else, but just pay for Viking games and not watch regular NFL games, because you're going to be watching the Vikings. Just like me, I'd be doing that with the Broncos. I'd be just subscribing to Broncos for $70 a season. NFL said no. That's why they're being sued, because it's being allowed to charge whatever. The NFL is allowing these networks to charge whatever they want to charge, and not regulating it. And that's a cause for catastrophe. Just like I mentioned in that topic with the Sunday ticket going to Apple app. That's just the one of the other reasons why they're being sued. And it's just horrible. It's gouging. It's absolutely gouging and highway robbery. Bobby says, will T-Mobile have Sunday ticket package? Not free like the baseball. MLB.TV, that's free if you're a T-Mobile subscriber. I think Verizon is still the one that does the free Sunday ticket. So you'd have to go to Verizon in order to get the free Sunday ticket through them. But I'd far rather have the baseball. Tell you the truth, I far rather would. I get to watch my Cubs 162 games if I want, which I never watch all 162. That's crazy. I get highlights and stuff, but I'd rather have that app as opposed to Sunday ticket for Verizon, because it's only 18 games, albeit it's my favorite football team, the Broncos. I get it, but that's just me. I'm not going to switch to Verizon just to get the Sunday ticket. That's not what I'm going to do. I do appreciate being able to get the Sunday ticket by various different means, but really do enjoy the MLB.TV. So, anyways, that's what I think about the T-Mobile. I do not think they're giving that out, Bobby. I really don't. I haven't seen it. On the app. All right, let's go to the third to the last topic, and here it is. All right, Peyton and Wilson, not Russell Wilson, Zach Wilson. Here it is. With Bo Nix being named as a Broncos starter, the backup spot is up for grabs. Sean Payton had this to say about Zach Wilson. You see the arm talent. It was impressive. Also, one play, get into the next. It's not going to be perfect every time. Any incompletion is a good play, not a bad play. We're avoiding sacks, fumbles, and interceptions. By and large, when we have zero turnovers, it gives us a chance to get a field goal or touchdowns. That's what he's working on and getting better at, end quote. That's what Sean Payton says about Zach Wilson. Is Zach Wilson going to be the backup to Bo Nix? Or is it going to be Jarrett Stidham? I don't know. Good question. None of us know until the point in time when the players are named. The backup quarterback's named. Could be Jarrett Stidham, and it very well could be Zach Wilson. Or Sean Payton even said he's not opposed to keeping 3 quarterbacks. Now, does that mean 3 quarterbacks on the 53? Or does that mean 2 quarterbacks on the 53 and 1 backup on the practice squad? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I find it interesting, though, that he's given all this praise to Zach Wilson and not really saying anything about Stidham. So, is Wilson getting better? Apparently he likes his arm strength. Say he's working better at reads, not taking sacks or fumbles or interceptions. So, hey, maybe Zach Wilson could be that guy. Maybe it was just Wilson in New York that kind of messed with his head. And Sean Payton's getting him out of it. I don't know. We will find out come the end of this Sunday's last preseason game against the Arizona Cardinals in Denver. Then we'll find out in that bye week, so to speak, before the season starts on September 8th. It'll be interesting. And I've said this many, many times. I don't really care who the backup quarterback is. As long as I get wins, as long as we get wins, I don't really care who the backup is. Doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter. Just get W's. Just keep Bo Nix upright and healthy, not injured. And let's just to see what happens. Let's see where the chips fall. Let's see what happens. Let's hope for the best. Absolutely hope for the best. Let's cheer for the best. Let's support these guys, man. We can only go upwards. And I know 8 and 9 last year wasn't that bad, but what I mean is we can only go upwards when it comes to a Sean Payton, not Sean Payton. I mean a Russell Wilson. We can only go upwards from that position. So, anyways, I just wish all the best, man. Like I say, if it's a Zach Wilson, great. I have no problem with that. Absolutely none whatsoever. None whatsoever. All right, let's go to the last topic. And all right, this is a good little story. Good little story. I love this. I think it's fantastic. Terrell Davis has a new gig with Colorado State University. Here it is. Broncos legend Terrell Davis has accepted a new role with Colorado State University Rams. Davis will join the school's presidential executive in residence program. It's to engage top pros from a cross-section of industries and disciplines in advisory roles, and to provide direct connections for students and the broader campus community. Fantastic. Davis said about why he took on this position, and I quote, "Colorado is my home, and over the years, I've been looking for the right opportunity to give back to this state that has given me so much. The big picture is elevating these young people, and that is what I hope to do," end quote. What a fantastic guy. What an absolutely fantastic guy. And you know what? He was humiliated on that United Airlines flight when they landed in Southern California. He and his wife and his kids, and being taken off not by one or two, 6 FBI agents that took him off the plane because, according to a steward who was later fired by United, accused Davis of hitting him when all they did was tap him on the shoulder. And for Davis to come away from that, come away and say, "Hey, it's an opportunity for me to give back to the great state of Colorado, who gave him so much." And obviously, he's referring to the Denver Broncos. He's referring to the coaching staff, the ownership, and Pat Bowlen. The championships, all of that he accomplished as being a Denver Bronco. He wants to give back to the state of Colorado and also to Colorado State University. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think it's very commemorative, or not commemorative, very what's the word I'm looking for? Very awesome, I guess, for lack of a better word. Very, very awesome for Terrell Davis to take this on, to mentor our college students. He's going to be on the sidelines during home games, talking with the coaches, the players, getting them pumped up, fired up, talking to them about this, that, and whatever. I think it's fantastic. He's staying around the game, not in the NFL level per se, but he's staying around the game. He's going to mentor these kids, these young kids, and like he said, the big picture is elevating these young people, and that is what I hope to do. I think it's fantastic. End quote. I think it's fantastic. He has that desire, that vision, the obviously the talent to be able to relate what he went through. Remember, guys, he can look at these guys, and some of these college guys may say, "Man, I don't have a chance in the NFL. I don't have a chance in this or that." And Terrell Davis could say, "Hey, guess what? I tried to go home from a preseason game in Tokyo. We were playing the 49ers, and I couldn't get a flight out. There was language barriers. I couldn't get a flight out. I'm sitting on the side. I'm on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, Mike Shanahan says, 'Hey, Terrell, you're going in on kickoff.' And all Terrell did was go down there and blow up the receiver, or blow up the kickoff return or punt return, or whatever it was, and just blew him up. And ever since then, man, Terrell Davis was a member of the Denver Broncos from that point on. Yes, he can relate to these guys. He can motivate these guys. He can send these guys into the right direction with the right mindset. Absolutely, no doubt about it. I think it's fantastic that Terrell Davis is doing this. I think it's very, very commendable. I think it speaks volumes to his character, which we all knew that already. And I really think this puts the whole United Airlines thing behind him. He can move on and just focus on doing these things with Colorado State. I think it's fantastic. I wish him all the best. It's funny because he's working alongside Deion Sanders, which is they were I wouldn't say enemies, but back in the day, yeah, they were opposites. Now they're going to be joined together. So I think it's fantastic. Congratulations, Terrell Davis. Wish you all the best, Colorado State. And I'll be watching your games, man. I'll be checking you out on the sideline. Just hopefully they'll show you numerous times, man. But once again, congratulations, Terrell. I think it's absolutely fantastic. All right, let's get on to the very last topic of tonight's show. Thank each and every one of you for being in the chat. For those of you watching across the net, different platforms, wherever you may be, thank you so very much for tuning in on this busy Friday right before your weekend. And we will wrap this show up with this last topic, and here it is. All right. Notice it says Vance Joseph, a big mistake. Now, was the rehiring of Vance Joseph a big mistake? No, that's not what this is about. Listen to this. Vance Joseph was asked by Zach Stevens about the injury to safety Brandon Jones and his concerns. Vance Joseph concerns. Vance Joseph is a defensive coordinator. This is his concern about having Brandon Jones injured. Here it is. I quote, "Well, when guys miss time, it's not a good thing." Well, no kidding. I continue. "Jones has missed a lot of the offseason. What happened? Oh, there we go. Joseph, wow, that was weird. Let me back up. Joseph feels that letting Simmons leave was a huge mistake. If the Broncos have to bring in supplemental depth at safety, the decision not to bring back Simmons on a reduced deal is going to be seriously questioned by the fans and the media. No doubt about it. And the way Vance Joseph is talking about Brandon Jones, we have plenty of reasons to be concerned, end quote. Plenty of reasons to be concerned. No doubt about it. Justin Simmons should never have been let go. Vance Joseph just said that. Huge mistake. Because if Brandon Jones can't come back with a hamstring, and we also have another safety, I can't remember his name right now. It escapes me. He's out with an injury. And all we have is PJ Locke. Come on, man. Justin Simmons being let go. There has to be underlying issues. There has to be underlying issues. I don't know what those issues are. It could have been locker room comments. Could have been disgruntledship with the play calling on offense. The fact that the Broncos defense had to constantly bail out the offense. Maybe he's frustrated. Maybe he expressed some comments about coaches. Maybe Vance Joseph. Maybe Russell Wilson. Maybe Sean Payton. Maybe George Payton. Who knows? Maybe some teammates. Some, teammates that are pulling their weight. Whatever. I don't know what the underlying issues are. I just cannot wrap my head around the fact that the Broncos let Justin Simmons go over $14 million. And yeah, I know $14 million is a lot because I ain't got $14 million. But when you're worth billions, as the ownership group is, $14 million, they could find that somewhere else. They could have restructured contracts of other people. They've done it before. They've done it with other people before in years past. They could have restructured. But no, they signed Brandon Jones for $20 million over 3 years. And I know that's only $6.5 million or $6.75 million a year. Okay, that's less than the $14 million, but who cares? You get Brandon Jones, who's a backup in Miami, comes to Denver and he's injured. Oh, that's a great move. Vance Joseph doesn't think it's a great move, and neither do I. And I didn't like it when it happened. I'm still pissed off at Justin Simmons not being on the team. And obviously, Vance Joseph, the defensive coordinator, is pissed off just as much. Just as much. So you see, guys, this is a huge mistake. Huge mistake. And it's going to come back. And I hate to say this, I'm saying it out there right now. This move to not bring back Justin Simmons or keep Justin Simmons on the team or redo his contract because of penny pinching, to me, is going to come back and bite us in the keister, the butt. Why? Because we got to play Atlanta this year. We have to play Atlanta this year. And it's in Atlanta, I do believe. And that is not going to be an easy game. Justin Simmons knows this offense. Justin Simmons knows Sean Payton. He doesn't know Bo Nix, but he knows Sean Payton. He knows the defense. He knows Vance Joseph. Not that Simmons goes against the defense, but you get what I'm saying. He knows the team. It's not going to be easy, guys. It's not going to be easy. And I have every gut feeling Justin Simmons is going to come out and just come out with a vengeance. Absolutely trying to make a statement and a point. No doubt in my mind that he's not going to do that. Absolutely he's going to do that. But Vance Joseph nailed it. It's an absolute mistake. And that's coming from Vance Joseph now. That's coming from inside Broncos community. coming out from the defensive coordinator saying point blank, it was a huge mistake. We as fans all know it. We as fans all feel it. I know I was pissed and still am pissed. And I was crushed when I heard the news. And I'm still crushed. I'm still pissed. And now it's coming from the coaches. And it's a direct shot to Sean Payton, George Payton, and ownership for letting Justin Simmons walk. And now he's on Atlanta. And now we got to face him, along with Jerry Jeudy on Cleveland, along with Josie Jewell on Carolina. We're going to have to face the music, guys. We're going to have to face the music. It's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. But when it comes from the defensive coordinator that says a player being gone of the caliber of Justin Simmons is a huge mistake, that has rippling effects throughout the entire organization. Because now he's speaking his mind, and he's speaking from the heart, and he's speaking from the defensive side because he's the Broncos defensive coordinator. Wow. Yeah. That speaks volume, guys. That speaks volumes. All right, before I wrap this up, let's get back to the chat real quick. Let's see. I know, Bobby, I totally messed up when I said that. Deion Sanders with Colorado Buffalo, Terrell was with Colorado State. I know, I screwed up. But, hey, I appreciate you guys correcting me because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to screw up on every show, at least once on every show. Thank you for pointing it out. I appreciate it. And, yeah, it happens, man. It happens. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, all right. Hey, I'm just keeping you guys in the chat on your toes. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Big E is in the chat, says, what's up, Bill? I said, what's up, Big E, man? Nice to have you in the chat, man. Big E said Justin Simmons play failed off at the end of last year. Yeah, it did. I will give you that. Yes, it did. But I don't know. I still think a Justin Simmons on the team is much better, obviously, than an injured Brandon Jones or anybody else, really. That's just my opinion. He's getting older in the tooth, so to speak. But hey, you know, I would still welcome a Justin Simmons back on the Broncos. Absolutely. D-Rock says, I'm not worried about Jerry Jeudy being a factor in Cleveland. Okay. May not be. But again, Jerry Jeudy knows the Vance Joseph defense. He's played against those guys in practice, in minicamp, all that stuff. He knows their tendencies, you know. So, and not having a Justin Simmons back there, it's going to make it a little bit easier for Jerry Jeudy to get open, I would think. I don't know. I just got a gut feeling that these guys are going to come back and they're going to want to send a message to Broncos saying, see, shouldn't have gotten rid of me. See, I can still play. See, I'm on another team and I'm proving it. Just don't want the egg back in the Broncos' face. We've had it for way too many years. Way too many years. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap this show up. Thank you so very much, each and every one of you, for being in the chat. A little over an hour and 13 minutes. You guys have been very, very supportive. Really do appreciate it. Let's go down the list of all the people in the chat. If you're taking the time to be in the chat, I can take a time to recognize you on the way out. Here it is. Batting leadoff was Graham, followed by my brother-in-law, Rudy Torres from Vegas. And then we have Mundungus Creevy batting third. And then we have, going down the line, we got Landon Clark batting cleanup. Thank you so much, Landon, for being in. Really do appreciate it. Kamani batting fifth. Thank you so much. G-Money, didn't see you, buddy. Let me put up your chat. I'm sorry. Let me put it up. It says, what's up, Bronco Bill? I'm glad I can finally catch a live episode. My wife is going to have our first child. Congratulations, dude. Going to have your first child next month. So good. So sweet. Awesome, man. So I'm looking forward to getting a baby Bo Nix jersey. Thanks as always. Hey, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much for coming into the chat. Thank you so much for telling me that good news. Congratulations once again. Hey, everybody in the chat, give congratulations to G Money for his wife and himself having their first child. That is so awesome. G Money, so happy for you. Wish you all the best, you and your lovely bride. Wish you all the best. Congratulations on whether it's a boy or girl. I just think it's fantastic that you guys are having your very first child. And once again, I think that's fantastic, man. I think it's fantastic. Once again, congratulations. Wish you all the best. And hey, whenever you can jump in the chat, whenever you can watch a live show, really do appreciate it. Just remember, if you can't, you can always go to either MHRT Network and look it up, or you can go to my channel, Broncos Breakdown. Look for the logo right there, and look for the show, and you can watch it then too. So really do appreciate it, though. Congratulations once again, G-Money. That's fantastic, man. I bet you and your wife are on cloud nine. I couldn't be happier for you. Couldn't be happier. All right, continue on. Robert Marino is in the chat. Thank you so much. My nephew, thank you. I really do appreciate it. D-Rock, Clayton, Haran, thank you both for being in the chat. Really do appreciate it, as always. Big E Bronco, thank you so much. And that wraps it up for the guys in the chat. Really do appreciate each and every one of you taking out the time out to be in the chat. Thank you for taking out your time for being on the show, whether or not you're in the chat or just watching, wherever you may be. Thanks so very much. It means the world, guys. On the way out, before you leave, please hit the thumbs up. That's the best way to show that you enjoy the show and the content. It also sends a message to other viewers that see those thumbs up and say, "Hey, man, this is totally cool. I want to check this out." Thank you guys for watching. And until next Friday, before next Friday, though, we got the Broncos game against the Arizona Cardinals this Sunday, 1:30 Pacific time. And check your local listings and your time for wherever you may be. It is at Denver. It's the last preseason game right before the regular season starts 2 weeks later. So check that game out on Sunday. We have shows Monday through Friday. Check MHRT for whatever show you're interested in. Check them all out. Pick and choose which ones you like. Subscribe, and thank you guys so much for doing so. Until next Friday, I will not be here with the normal background you see here. I'm going to be at my brother-in-law's house. But until then, I'll be at a different zone. I might be here. I might not, but I'll be at a different location possibly. But anyways, until next Friday, you guys have a wonderful, fantastic weekend. We will see and talk to you guys in the chat and all across this network. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this show. You're the greatest part of Broncos Breakdown. Thanks again, guys. Till next Friday, have a fantastic weekend. We'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Tempo's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flame out. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle. Wait a minute.